Warning, the following scene contains a lot of incompetence and should not be done at the office. John, if you were an IKEA furniture, what would that be? I heard you have a dog. Is that a substitute for a child? What? Holy crap. Well, I too should have asked better questions at job interviews during my time as a startup entrepreneur and as well as a corporate managing director. And so that you don't talk the same nonsense I did back then or do like what Klaus Buhmann is doing. Hello? Anyway, I'm going to show you which questions you shouldn't ask. Let's start with a classic. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Why should we hire you? These are questions that anyone can Google and get answers from the internet. And then you will just receive replaceable and meaningless answers from the applicants. John, how would you describe yourself in 3 words? Ambitious, innovative, and flexible. These are prepared answers. You won't get any useful information. What? If necessary, you can dig a little deeper with an in-depth question, but more on that later. Closed questions, they are meaningless because they can usually just answer it with a brief yes or no. The result is a question and answer game in which you have to keep asking questions on and on. Do you know how to use Excel? Yes. Do you know how to operate a coffee machine? Yes. Do you also know how to operate a printer? Yes. Are you allergic to hard work? Yes. Aha! I knew it! No, I meant to say no. Open questions that begin with a question word are therefore much better. These can then also be in-depth questions. For example, how did you go about your market research? What experience did you gain from your last project? What would you do differently next time? The next poor question form is seldom suitable, even in court hearings. That's the leading question. We are looking for someone who is flexible and can perform under pressure. Is that you? Oh dear, I don't know what to say. Being flexible is fine, but working under pressure? What does he mean by that? But if I say no now, the interview will be over for me right away. Yes, of course. Very well. That's exactly the problem. The desired answer is almost anticipated. What is the significance of such an answer then? The same goes for alternative questions where the person must decide between 2 answers. John, would you prefer to work in your own office or in a team office? If I say my own office, that could give the impression that I'm not a team player. But maybe team office is the wrong answer. I'll say team office. That's probably safer. It would be better if you asked in what kind of office the person can work better or what the optimal office would look like to him. In this context, I would like to ask you not to create fictional cases, like this for example. One of your employees just insulted a customer in front of you. He told the customer that, as a salesperson, he wouldn't have all day to read the manuals to every incompetent customer. You ask now the employee to come to your office. What do you say to him? It would be better to ask whether a situation like this has happened before, whether an employee has insulted a customer, for example. Otherwise, you will only get ready-made answers off the internet. I would tell the employee that this kind of behavior is not professional. The customer is always right. Job interviews are not a thriller. And yet some pinstripe Columbus use interrogation questions to bring the applicants out of their shell. John, you're saying that you want to change your career. Why? Why do you want this? You want more money, right? Spit it out! I really don't know what the interviewer think they will gain from that kind of questions. In any case, this is not how you build a positive work relationship or trust with your potential new employee. Nonsense, that's fine. A similar bad habit is asking nasty questions, which try to fool the person. John, you surely have read the article by Professor Frank Prankster on the subject of future leadership, yesterday, today, tomorrow. Don't you agree that he was exaggerating his statements? Yeah, you are right. Haha, got you. There was no article. It may well be that at the top management level, stress interview questions are certainly appropriate. But here we are talking about hiring an ordinary employee. We are not looking for a NASDAQ board member. After all, you want to get to know the applicants and not screw them, right? Now you better listen to me, Mr. Gerob. You've been out of the game for a long time. You work from home, strolling into your office with a cup of coffee at 10 a.m. and then you are telling me how to do my job? That's right. This guy is killing me. What else am I supposed to ask in an interview then, huh? There's a great technique that is as clever as it is simple, so that you really gain a better understanding of the applicant and you are guaranteed not to receive standard answers. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to do it. Well, then let's see if it's really that great.